Hi, I'm Lexi, and you're listening to L.U.C.K with Lexi. My podcast is focusing on people who are working extremely hard and doing extraordinary things. My guest today is my sister, Lilly Gembel.
It's an honor to be here.
It is. Lilly is a freshman at the University of Michigan and is on their synchronized skating team. She's also a very talented singer.
Thank you.
So you were able to take your skills to the University of Michigan. How did you get there? Like, how much work did you have to put in?
So I started skating when I was 8 or 9, and then I focused a lot as I got up into the higher levels on moves test, which is technical turns and footwork instead of jumps and spins, because the team that I compete on, which is Open Collegiate, focuses a lot more on technical elements rather than jumps and spins and freestyle.
Did you feel prepared to skate at a higher level, or were there things you would have done differently?
If I had started a little bit earlier, I think it would have been nice to pass all my moves tests before I got to U of M. But I felt semi-prepared when I got there. Like, I wasn't the worst person on the team. I wasn't the best person on the team. There are so many talented skaters at U of M. So it was a lot at tryouts, like very overwhelming, just because it felt like everyone was so much better than me. But as the years progressed, it's gotten a lot better. I feel like I've gotten a lot better.
Tell us kind of about the day in your life, like practices, workouts, your classes.
So Mondays and Fridays, I wake up super early because we have practice at 5:40. So I normally get up at 4:40 and I get ready. I do my hair, I do my makeup, I put my practice clothes on. And then Mondays we'll have off ice from 5:40 to 6:10. And then we'll get on the ice and practice until 8. And then Fridays, we don't have off ice for as long. We get on the ice at 6:10 and we skate until 7:30. So
sounds like a long day.
Yeah, and then classes for me typically start at 9. I'm a morning person, so I like when my day starts earlier, and I'll get done around 2. My latest day this semester was 4. I go to the gym Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays, and then I typically have 2 to 3 classes every day.
What are like the competition days like?
It depends which competition we're at and what time we compete. We have 4 competitions this year. We have 2 in Kalamazoo, 1 in Ann Arbor, and 1 in Ohio. For our last one, the one in Ann Arbor, we competed at, I think it was 8:30 in the morning. So we had to be at our president's house to get ready with the rest of the team and like get our makeup done and fix our hair at 5, I think it was, because we had to be at the rink like 2 hours early to warm up. And so I had to wake up at 3:30 that morning to get to do my base makeup before I got to our president's house, and then like get my hair like started. So very early morning for that one. And then when we get to the rink, we have off ice practice where we'll run through our routine off ice, and then we'll like stretch for a couple minutes, and then we do our warm ups as like a team. And it's really funny to me, at least, that when we warm up, the goal is to be like as synchronized as possible, because it's intimidating to the other teams. So like even when we warm up for practice, like we focus on being super synchronized on and off the ice.
What other teams do you compete against?
Trine, Miami, Ohio, Notre Dame, Illinois, Western Michigan, and I think there are 2 other ones, but I can't remember what they are right now.
So I don't remember that. I didn't know Western had a skate team.
Yeah, they're actually really good.
Really?
Yeah, it was my backup school, and like I don't know if I would have made the team there, because they got first at Porter and they got second at the Kalamazoo competition we went to. So they're really good.
Where are some other things you do on the skate team? Like you do stuff at the hockey games?
We shovel for the hockey games. What it is at the halfway mark in each period we go out and we like shovel the ice. And it's really fun. It's a cool experience. And then normally we'd perform at the hockey games, but my coach told us this year that the Big Ten has like a new rule where you can't do stuff in between periods. You have to do it before the game starts. Just sad. Kind of a bummer. Even then, like before, when they would perform at the hockey games in between periods, they only give them like a minute and a half, which is half of our routine.
Oh.
So like it was stressful for everyone involved.
Yeah,
is what I've heard. So
do you like Michigan hockey?
Yeah, I got half season tickets. The full season tickets sold out really fast, which was kind of a bummer for me. But in high school, all my friends were like huge hockey fans, especially Taryn. So I went to all our school's hockey games in high school. So the love carries on. But yeah, and they're gonna come down and visit me for the MSU hockey game, which is really exciting.
So why haven't you invited me then?
Because you can't drive yourself down.
Yeah, but like I actually love hockeys.
Yeah. Well, you'll come visit me soon.
Do you have like a favorite former player or current player
in the hockey team?
Yeah.
I like Marcus Tapa. There's this really funny story, actually.
I like Luku's. I love Luku.
High school friends' birthdays sophomore year, we went up to Lake Superior State and watched the Michigan hockey game against them. And we sat right behind the penalty box, and I have all these old pictures of like Marcus Tapa and Mike Hughes and Jack Hughes. No, Jack Hughes. No, Jack did not go to. But like, I have all these good hockey players that Lexi's like obsessed with now. And like, I found, okay, not obsessed, but she really likes them. And I found them in my phone the other day, and I sent them to her, and she's like, "Where did you get these?" And I'm like, "What? They're stories. They're ancient. But yeah, I love hockey. I don't know that I have a favorite player, but I have ran into a couple of them, like at tryouts over the summer. Just a couple of them like walked in, and we were like,
yeah, like you said, Adam Fantilli just walked in.
Yeah, I was like, what are you doing here?
Or like when you went to get like a bagel, and they were like handing out bagels.
Yeah, so the Alumni Center does like Welcome Wednesdays the first month of classes, and the hockey tickets went on sale, and they were there promoting them. And I met Marcus Tapa.
And you met Ethan Edwards.
And who was the other guy?
Felipe Lapointe.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah, and Lexi was super mad at me because I like didn't know who they were. And she was like, "Lily, those people are these people." And I'm like, "Okay."
Yeah, I like hockey.
She like saw their Instagram story and was like, "Lily, you have to go get a bagel.
Go get a bagel for me."
Yeah.
If only they had done it like a week earlier when I was like there visiting.
Could have seen them.
I've seen them.
And no.
Could have seen them. What's your favorite part about being on the skating team?
It's just a good way to meet people. It was really nice because like we had tryouts a week before school started. So I met like all the girls on the team before I went to classes. It was really nice because I like went into school. Michigan's a huge school. Michigan's like 5 times the size of the town we live in now. So it's a big adjustment, and it was nice to go in knowing that I knew people and like had people as a support system. Mm-hmm. It was cool. Also, the girls are just really fun. Like, I love our team. I actually am one of the event chairs for our team. So like I plan social events for us. Like when we have parties with other teams, I help plan that. And then when we do like team bonding events, we had Friendsgiving, like I help plan all that stuff. So it's really cool. It's just nice to like know people who have the same passions as you do. It's really fun.
Sounds fun. So Michigan's obviously a hard school to get into. So like what are some things you did in high school, like clubs?
Obviously I skated. Volunteer taught basic skills, which is like I coach little kids is essentially what that means. And then I skated for our high school team, and I skated for our club. And I danced with Lexi. And I was on a couple boards with you, too. We were on SLS together, students, youth advisory committee, a grant committee that we were both on. I was president of National Honor Society my senior year. I played golf. I was captain my senior year. I was officer for our ski club. And then I sang the national anthem for some of our sports.
How did you like continue to get grades while balancing like?
It's just finding time when you can to get everything done. Especially when I got to Michigan, learned the importance of scheduling. Like my Google Calendar is just filled with like every moment of the day is filled with something. It's just like it's either my stuff or it's classes or it's homework or it's club stuff I want to go to. So it's just like really staying organized. In high school, I was slightly less organized. I did not use my Google Calendar religiously. It was more just like finding time in advisory to get stuff done, getting stuff. I was a night owl in high school, so I'd stay up until like midnight. And I feel like a couple times there was like a 1 a.m. It's not my favorite.
I think that's like most high school students because like I found myself doing that like a lot to do.
I really don't do that in college now because especially with skating practice so early in the morning. Like I stay up 11 at the latest, preferably. Sometimes that doesn't always happen. Like you get a big project that's due and you just have to
grind it out.
Yep. But for the most part, I go to bed at like 10:30, 11. So that's kind of nice.
What's some advice you'd give students who are trying to get into U of M?
Just be an involved, active member of your community. Like my favorite stuff to do in high school was like volunteer work. And I think a lot of what U of M looks for is that you're giving back to your community, making it a better place. So like I was on mental health committee boards. I was on the Youth Advisory Council, which is like a grant committee that gives money to causes that our youth thinks is important. I volunteered to sing the national anthem at all of our sporting events and just community events. Just being involved, giving back to your community, making it a better place is something they really look for.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, being well-rounded too. That's a word I heard over and over and over again while I was applying. Be well-rounded, be well-rounded. So, and it's true.
What's your favorite class at Michigan?
I really liked my chem lab lecture. Like, it was Chem 125. My teacher, Alex Ponijowski, he was an icon. He would stand up on the whiteboard and like, there was this island thing and he would just like stand up there and lecture. It was really funny. He was a funny guy. He was very entertaining. And he'd always start class kind of the same way Mr. Stappa would, where he was like, welcome to, it was like the date. And he'd be like, this is the only this date we'll ever spend together. Thank you for making chemistry part of your day. Like he was a really good professor. I really liked having him.
Do you like your living situation? Like, where do you live?
I live in East Quadrangle with Katie Bush. Yeah, my best friend, Katie Bush.
I love you, Catherine.
She's really fun. I love having her as a roommate. I don't think I would have wanted anyone else as my roommate, to be completely honest with you.
I wouldn't want anyone to be your roommate either.
Yeah, Lexi's like, she loves Catherine.
Me and Catherine text all the time. She texted me last night. So Lily really likes Michigan football. So let's talk some Michigan football. Were you a season ticket holder?
I was. I went to every single game except for Northwestern because we were at Kalamazoo. And I was so sad because that was the game that everyone came down for. Like, Joe was in town for that. And Maddie, like a bunch of the people
from
Alpena came down that weekend. And I was like, oh, I'm out of town. I can't see you guys.
What was your favorite game that you went to?
The MSU game was hype because, like, we weren't amazing this year. We weren't bad by any means, but, like, we weren't great this year. So when we, like, the rivalry game was really nice because we won. It was like, plus it was a night game. Night games are the best to go to. Fresno State, too, first game of the season was awesome. Yeah. Like, the night game, and the game was all, like, light up. Oh, yeah, my TikTok.
Lily went viral.
I hope they play
Mr. Brightside. This is a Michigan game.
I hope they play Mr. Brightside. This is a Michigan game. Mr. Brightside, destiny is calling me. Oh.
Yeah, I literally haven't seen those people since, like, we made that TikTok.
Really?
Yeah. Last time I saw them was, like, the weekend after that when Maddie and Megan came down. Like, that was the last time I saw them, too.
Who's your favorite player?
Davis Warren. He's an icon. His backstory is so, like, compelling. Just has such a good story, and he seems like such a good guy. He kind of gives, like, the same vibes as Aiden Hutchinson.
I know, he kind of looks like J.J. McCarthy. Like, when I first saw him, I was like,
he looks like a mix of, like, J.J. McCarthy and Aiden Hutchinson. But no, like, the way that Hutch is just so involved with, like, Hot Children's Hospital is the same way that he is. I just think that's really admirable.
Yeah.
Yeah. He seems like a good dude.
My favorite player is Colson Loveland.
Dude, everybody always asks me, they're like, do you see the athletes on campus? I'm like, no, I literally, like, I'm an engineer. I live on North Campus. They segregate us. They, like, put us on a whole different campus. They're like, all the engineers, you get to go over here. What? Oh, that's true. I was packing up my car to come home from winter break, and, like, Zavada walked past us, and my dad goes, or is that guy on the football team? I was like, I don't know. He looks like he was on the soccer team.
Yeah,
and then he literally looked it up like Zavada. And I was like, oh my God, that's so embarrassing.
Yeah, it's embarrassing for you.
He's such an icon. Like, he was the reason we won a lot of games. He killed. I was so embarrassed when my dad told me that. I was like, I'm such a fake fan. I can't believe
kicker.
Yeah, but no, everyone's always like, yeah, I have, like, football players, hockey players, lacrosse players in my classes, and I'm like, I live on North Campus, and I don't see anybody ever.
I am alone.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. Lily has also kind of a secret talent. Lily's a very good singer. She's sang at many venues from 30 to 60,000 people. So, Lily, have you continued your singing at Michigan, or would you like to?
I would like to. Unfortunately, I did not sing very much this semester just because it was such an adjustment coming from like learning how to juggle all the stuff that I was doing with like the skate team, because it was like a lot of commitment, because I have to go to the gym, like mandatory, going to the gym twice a week, cardio twice a week, practice 2 to 3 times a week.
Yeah.
Just like figuring out how to balance my time. And also like, because I used to be a night owl in high school, like adjusting to waking up super early for practice, like figuring out how to set a bedtime for myself. That was a lot. And then just like between that and the classwork that I had, I didn't really have a ton of time for it, but I plan on hitting up Connor Capeless sometime this semester, jamming with that guy. Connor Capeless.
What's some of like the events you've sang at? Like you sang at pretty large events.
So the biggest event that I've ever done was I sang at Ford Field twice for motocross, and that was super cool. That was amazing. And I sang at Chicagoland Speedway for Super Motocross, and then Unadilla and Ironman Raceways also for motocross. And then I sang at Little Caesars Arena for basketball.
Yeah, and the motocross stuff, like we've been able to meet some like really cool people. Like we met Jet and Hunter Lawrence.
Lexi, there's a video of my dad telling Lexi that we're gonna meet them, and she's like, she loves motocross. So and like they're her favorite racers. So when my dad told her, she like burst into tears. She's like on the floor crying.
It's kind of like embarrassing now, but like,
it's really funny.
And then like my dad's best friend was there, and he was like, "Is something wrong? Okay, what's wrong?" I was like, he was like, "Oh," he's like, "Oh, whatever, it's literally fine." Or like when we're on the floor at like a Ford Field, and like Chase Sexton's like right next to Lily.
Oh yeah,
like,
that was really cool. He talked to me. I was like, it was really cool. And then he's like, I think it was my mom got on me because like my boyfriend was with us. Brady was there, and I was like, oh, Jesus. It's Chase Sexton. And he was like, who? Yeah. It was really funny. No, but like also the people who work there are awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Like Jess, who works my mic at at Supercross at Ford Field. We love her. And Kat, who gets me my motocross gigs. She's awesome. And J-Bone, Jeremy, he's amazing. We love him. He just retired, didn't he? From Joe Gibbs?
No, Dad's saying no.
No, he didn't retire. I saw he posted something on Instagram. So bougie. How fancy. No, but I just feel so lucky to have met so many amazing people through singing the anthem.
Do you get more nervous to sing at smaller events, like with people you know, or like bigger events?
In high school, I would get really nervous before singing at like a basketball game or a hockey game, because those are like my peers and they're people I see every day, and it was like really scary to mess up in front of them. But like low-key, when we went to the big events, I was like, I'm never gonna see these people again. It's fine. No need to freak out.
Unless they make a viral.
Until you like get out there and you like it's really not intimidating, like disorienting, being on the floor for an event like that and just like looking, because it's just like blobs of color, like you can't really see people. It's just like, but it's like so many people.
Yeah, it goes like all.
It wasn't overwhelming. Like I did get nervous until I was on the floor like 5 minutes before I was supposed to start singing. Mm-hmm. But then it's too late to be nervous. So
yeah,
so it doesn't matter. But it's crazy to like look up, especially because during the anthems that I would sing at like Ford Field, they'd have like pyrotechnics, and the crowd would have like their flashlights on. Mm-hmm. So it was crazy. It was really cool. Probably the coolest experience I'll ever have in my whole life.
So when did you start singing? Like where?
I started singing just like for funsies around the house and in the car when I was little. My mom will tell me stories. She was like, yeah, you weren't that good when you were little. And then one day you were just singing in the car and we were like, oh, this girl can sing. Is she? Is this diva? No, and then when we moved back from Mexico, I started singing the anthem for our skate shows, and I sang with two of my best friends at the time. And then when we got to middle school, they were like, yeah, I don't want to do this anymore. So I did it by myself. And then in high school, one of the girls that I went to elementary school with, her mom coached our varsity basketball team. She asked me to sing. Shout out to Mrs. Doobie. Thank you. I appreciate you so much. But she asked me to sing for the girls' basketball games, and then that kind of got my foot in the door to sing at the rink for hockey. And I loved singing for our hockey games in high school because they would let me like skate out onto the middle of the ice and sing because I was a figure skater. It was super fun and really cool, and I loved it. Yeah.
Yeah, I got to be her manager.
Yeah, Lexi would get to like stand in the tunnel.
I'd
with
like
me.
wait outside her door and be like,
She would
"Time
get
to
my
out."
mic and she would tell me when I needed to put my skates on. She was my OG.
OG manager.
But yeah, no. And singing at the rink was nice because it's like rink fam.
Yeah.
And everybody who works there knows me
Yeah.
and is like super nice. I love them. Jess and Jeremy.
This whole podcast though is kind of based on like our dad's brand Luck and like people working hard. So what's one person or multiple people that have inspired you?
Mom and my dad, obviously. They're like the hardest working people I know. I like am continually just inspired by how hard they work to give me and my sister everything that we have. And they made me the person I am today. So like they're who I have to thank. And also Lexi is going through some stuff right now.
Oh.
She just continues to wake up every day and persevere, and I'm really proud of you. Love you.
Love you too.
My grandparents. I love my grandpa, my Ampa. When I was little, I couldn't say grandpa, so we call him Ampa. But he works really hard too. But my whole family is super hardworking and super inspiring to me. So, yeah.
Wow. Thank you for being on my podcast, Lily. And if you know anyone who's working hard in your community and you think they deserve a shout out, DM us at L.U.C.K Unlimited Apparel on Instagram. Thank you for listening.
Smile like you're in pain.